Why Sam? How? I don't understand. How long's it been? A year? No. Less. Less than a year. Yeah. When was the last time I talked to him? I don't get it. I don't get it. He said, I presume. Couldn't been him. But that means that he wasn't who I thought. Right? Chia. She'd know. How? Fuck. There's no information. There's no records. Can they make replicants from someone that already exists? Like, can they do that? Oh God. Was he responsible for her death? Did he know? Was he a part? No. He was devastated. There's no way. I gotta find him. I need to find him. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find him. I gotta find him. Either this guy or Sam. I gotta make it make sense. I gotta make it make sense.
Would you say that it is appropriate to roll a stress condition right now?
Yeah. I think... I think for this one, I'm gonna roll inside.
Here we go.
That's one success. No. It's clearly not Sam. It's not Sam. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Because I'm gonna make this. I gotta make this make sense. Sam and I were partners for about 3 years. Closest thing to a friend. Great personality. Funny. Little lazy. Very lazy. This guy had a sense of humor, maybe. Very motivated. If there's replicants, if there was a replicant, and he was my partner, then anybody can be. Okay. Okay. Galen.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We're at the hospital.
Natalie.
Skiff's already gone in with Natalie.
We should, Okay. We should go in there. Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah. No. No. No, I'm not. Are you alright?
Why wouldn't I be?
You're shot at. It was a bit rushed, just making sure you didn't get hit. You okay?
Fine, Bob.
You're fine, okay.
More
Selma?
worried about you right now.
I'm fine. Oh, I'm not. You're right. I'm sorry. You okay, Selma?
I'm good, Bob. You don't need to worry about me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go inside. Let's check on Skiff and Natalie, and he'll yeah, let's go inside.
I kind of open my mouth because I want to say something, but nothing comes out. So let's go inside.
Okay.
Before we get out of the car, I'm going to put a hand on Bob's shoulder and just kind of lean in. You're my partner, Bob. If you need to talk, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna force you, though.
Thank you. Thanks. There's a minute here where I'm looking at Galen's eyes, but I'm looking at just one specific eye. Yeah, we'll talk more. I'm gonna be all right. I just need to figure things out, you know.
Let's go then.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Do we know the room number already, or are we checking in with the
I
with the
think
desk?
probably you'd be checking in with the desk.
Okay.
I think that the LAPD probably has a whole like wing or section or some form
Okay.
of priority. I know that's awful to think about, but I think in a corporo reality where everything is run by how much money you have, I absolutely think there is priority here. So I do think the LAPD has a little bit of priority. So she's probably
Okay.
rushed in, but she's probably immediately going in either to surgery or being looked at. And you're probably in the waiting room now.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll to see how well she does. But yes, please continue.
Okay. God, these places always smell the same.
Yeah.
It's like that nasty cleaning product. Just generic.
Yeah. You can't buy it. I looked.
Bob, you tried to buy it?
Yeah, it's a hospital if it's going to be that sterile, but
Yeah. It's
it's a
fair
combination of so many things.
enough. Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know how much of it is just the covered up sick, you know,
Right.
in that
right.
smell.
No, you wonder. I wonder that too, because it's like, well, how much of it is it really getting? You know, how much
Yeah.
of it is
Yeah.
vending machine around?
Yeah, there's
Can't
some.
sit still.
No, there's some right.
Yeah. I'm looking at the. Was that the one I saw down there? I think it's got some coffee. You want some coffee?
Yeah, I'll take
Either
the
you
coffee.
guys, Galen, you want a coffee?
Yeah, I'll have a coffee, thanks.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go grab us a few. I'll be right back. And I get
Thank
up and I walk over to the vending machine.
I'm probably leaning back in the chair and got my feet crossed, extended outwards. And I'm just kind of taking a look around the place.
I'm sitting pretty, like, bolt upright. My head isn't moving around too much, but I think my eyes are definitely, they're lingering on things at times. I'm very aware of my surroundings, and I think if anyone was really paying attention, they would see that I'm looking and I'm assessing before I move on, and look and assess and then look and assess. But I'm not looking over at Galen or Selma. I'm looking for security cameras that are in here. I'm listening for other people walking around. If there's a noise, I'll probably jerk my head in that direction. I'm just a little bit on alert.
Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Jeez. It's not even working.
It's not working.
Give me a second, Bob. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your phone.
God dang it. Okay, all right, here we go. Oh, hot. Okay, here's one for you. And one for you. Cheers, fellas.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's hot. It's hot. hot brown liquid. Don't know if it counts as coffee.
Yeah, it's sort of murky, and I don't know if that's... Might be a little stale. I don't know how that machine works.
I don't either. It's one of those mysteries of the universe, I guess.
I turn towards the two of them. That wasn't Sam. But that looked like my old partner. And I would love it if either of you could tell me how that could be possible. Just throw anything out there that you can think of. How?
Oh, yeah.
I think before we make any kind of an assumption here, Bob, I'd like to hear yours.
Well, I mean, I've got my assessments. I mean, right off the bat. Open book, really.
I stare past Selma and I'm looking at Galen. Mine first. Okay. That's a replicant. Which means that either my partner was one, this person somehow is him, pretending to be somebody else, playing some sort of sick game, which I can't even imagine why someone would do that. But that wasn't Sam. Didn't feel right. Didn't talk to me familiarly. But I knew Sam well. He was a whole person. He had a fiancée. He had what I would consider a life. So unless my partner was a replicant, or somehow they can make replicants from real people, which I've never heard of, how could he have worked in the same department I did? How could he have been my partner? Did he know? Did he know what he was, who he was? Was he just playing? Did he have a job to do? Was he somehow responsible for that explosion?
Good. You're all here.
Oh.
I just left the surgery room. Good news, though. Good news. So,
Yeah.
I mean, as good as it can be.
Okay.
She'll pull through. Nothing life-threatening that they can see at the moment. But from what they were telling me, it looked like whoever did this knew what they were doing. They intended to hurt, but not to kill. Seemed like they beat her up pretty bad, but nothing that she can't recover from. But they missed all the vitals, and I'd guess that's on purpose.
Okay.
But those are the guys that we saw on the floor in there that were taken out. They're the ones that did that.
Are you sure?
I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't either. Seems like we need to have a little chat about whoever that was.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Do you have any ideas?
I was hoping you did. Seemed like you knew him, but you didn't know him. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, one of two theories. Either your partner, your previous partner, right? Is that right?
Sam.
Yeah. He was your partner, though, yeah?
Yeah.
Either they're both replicants, or just this one is.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, too. Regardless, we gotta find him.
Do we need to look into him? Into Sam? Do we know what happened to him?
I mean, Galen looked. He didn't see any information on the KIA, which I can't even begin to figure that out.
Sam alive?
He was. Last time I talked to him, but it's been 7, 8 months, maybe.
I see you looking there. Does he have a residence here?
I can take you.
Still no record.
I can take you to where he lived. I can do that.
Is there a last known address on that?
No information.
Yeah, he just
no
doesn't
information.
exist.
Like it's been wiped from the record?
Correct.
Son of a bitch.
But yeah, I can take you to where they lived, and I need to go there. I need to go and see. Yeah, he didn't know me, but he knew of me, and that bothers me so much more. It makes me think that the Sam I knew something. I'm not grabbing at straws here. For him to say, Bob, I presume. Right? For him to know that. Unless he got information from a different source, but which I guess is possible.
We got any leads on what he was doing there, the replicant? Why he killed all the men that hurt Natalie? Supposedly?
I mean, Natalie was so hurt, she didn't get much out, did she? I have to wait for her to wake up.
I think we can make a few assumptions. At least about the men that took Natalie. They were Tyrell.
All right. And these are the same men that were using those terminals. To what? Pass some sort of information? Get orders, maybe?
That's the part that I'm not quite clear on. Why even bother with any sort of unlockable solution on a terminal? I'm not quite sure how that would help them.
Maybe more about hindering others.
Well, going over the CCTV, it looks like the ones that were dead on the floor were the ones from the videos of the street.
Right. But what was the purpose of having us decode something? Was it just to buy time?
maybe it's something that they are able to do because they are more in the know. A process they have to go through. But it's still behind a wall. It still takes some sort of effort. Ciphers and passwords and codes. I don't know.
Whatever it is, it's premeditated. All of it.
Well,
I don't think any of it is random. I do not believe that any of it has started from scratch. I think whatever it is has been planned.
Yeah, but each terminal gave us a bit of information for an address, and that's where they took her. Is that how Sam knew where to go to? Well, not Sam. You know what I mean. Because these are just soldiers getting orders, right? That's what those people were. Just getting orders.
Could be
picking her up.
related to Nakayama as well.
Oh,
Not quite
Yeah.
sure how yet. I don't imagine that Tyrell would be kidnapping their own person. And I'm not quite sure why they would grab Natalie of all people.
well,
Were you able to
I know
talk
why
to
they grabbed Natalie. I know why they grabbed Natalie. It was something I asked her to look into. I asked her to look deeper into these haikus we keep seeing. The name Vanya. And while she was looking, it must have pinged somebody who was watching. Avari tricks as well. Those words put her there, put her here in the hospital. Well, she did give us a clue. She gave us a lead. There is something on a Tyrell server. V8212. Remember that? She also said that when fake Sam was interrogating her or asking her questions, that she gave him a false server. She gave him the wrong one. We have the right one. So I suggest that we follow up on that right goddamn now. Because if it's on a server somewhere, it could be edited, messed with, deleted, whatever.
That's true. We only have a certain amount of time before maybe somebody else gets there first.
I wanted to ask you, Selma.
I'm going to look at Bob when you mention this, and they were very hasty to get rid of several records the last time we were there.
yeah, we saw him running back and forth. Just running with files.
What do you need, Selma?
I need a terminal. I mean, I need to literally get to the root of this. If someone finds the root folder before we do, we're probably screwed. So,
Is it an internal system, though?
that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's encrypted. I'm not even sure if it's secure.
I'm gonna roll connections, if that's cool, to see if I got a computer guy who can give you a beast of a machine to get this shit done. That's all right, GM.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to push.
Yep.
There we
Ooh,
go.
look at that. Totally worth the push. Okay, don't forget to take that stress.
Yep.
And I believe, actually, we also need to roll a critical stress for Selma. I have that in my notes, so we'll do that here in a minute.
Okay.
But okay, so I have an offer for you, but also we can, if you have an idea, we can go with your idea as well. Because you rolled a 2, which is like critical success.
Okay.
What I will say is that Natalie did mention in the voicemail, and I know it's been a bit since we heard it, but she did say that the files were being deleted as she accessed them. to remember the server, which was V8212. And then she did mention you're going to need somebody more skilled, like Sawyer. So you could reach out to Sawyer again. If you guys trust him or not is a entirely different thing. Again, do what you want. This isn't me directing you, but this is what was in her voice message. If you want to offer somebody else with that too, I'd say you know somebody, Skiff, for sure.
Now, we have other avenues that we can explore, but I wanted to ask you, Selma, is this something that is better for a solo campaign, or would more hands make lighter work in this case?
Yeah, I think too many cooks in the kitchen could spoil the broth. So if you want to let me work on this one, I can probably maintain focus a lot easier. Now, what I will say is I will take advice or anything before I really dive into it. If your connection knows something about it that I might not, I suppose I could.
Well, I was thinking
there.
Sawyer.
I do want to reach out to Sawyer.
Maybe you guys
but I'm
can work
also
in
concerned
tandem.
about Sawyer. I've got my own concerns about Sawyer.
Well, I can get you the machine you need. I don't know about the person. I want to keep this in house. I don't want anyone else to know. I'm not going to tell them what the machine is for.
Okay. No, that works for me.
Oh, wow. Okay, I take that offer, Zeke, because what is going to happen then is you, by choosing to do this, you're going to give advantage to Sawyer's rolls when he's using this machine, because you used a roll to get him something better. So that's awesome, and I love that.
Okay. All right, I'll get on the horn right now.
Yep.
Okay.
And I walk away from the group and I get on the KIA and call up my connection.
I'm very glad to hear Natalie's all right.
Yeah.
Good God. What I will say, Bob, is this. You were asking how earlier. How could this happen? It seems to be that's the phrase, and I think that's something I've been asking myself for the last 16 years on the force. I mean, I still am asking myself how are people like this? How can people make things this monstrous? How can we look at humanity in the same way again after having to deal with all this absolute horse shit? But goddamn if I'm not in the same boat. It's hard. It's hard, Bob. And I kind of lean in. It's real fucking hard.
Sam didn't seem like a monster.
I know that. I didn't know him, but I can tell you, I believe you. I absolutely believe you. But that did not seem like someone familiar, no.
No, it's just at this
Bob,
point.
you're a good judge of character. Despite what you might think. You say that Sam wasn't a monster. And Sam wasn't a monster. That I believe.
Okay. But that doesn't mean he might not have been involved or aware. He was so distraught after she died. Was it because he was a part of it? And that was a casualty that he didn't expect? Or was it just the same loss we all feel? And if he's a replicant?
We're cops. You gotta stop dwelling on the what ifs.
Right. What do we know? Okay, you're right.
That's better.
Proof. Okay. I know where he used to live, where they lived. There are a few different places that we would go to and eat every now and then. One of them, Selma, was that sushi bar.
Okay.
Even though the owner's a bit of a bastard, I don't think he would deny the existence of Sam.
Mm.
If you need proof that he existed, because all you have right now are my words. And
That's proof enough for me.
it shouldn't be. I appreciate that. But we gotta be careful. Because I don't know, and I'm not going to assume, and I look at Galen, I'm not going to assume, and then I look to Selma, and we'll find that trust, and that's fine. As much as I want to go and see their apartment, I think it's more important we will follow up on the server. That is most important. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that I knew that was connected to Sam, and if I can think of anybody, I'll write that down. We will focus on that later.
Okay.
Later.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll be over in 15 to 20 minutes. All right. Thanks, you're doing me a solid. Yeah, I'll owe you. All right. My guy Creep he's got the machine we need.
Okay.
At least that's what he thinks.
Okay.
So, called in a favor. I'm gonna go grab it. Where do you want to set up your setup shop, Selma?
Honestly, if we could do it at the office, that'd be awesome. But I know we're also looking at a compromised building, so
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
You sure?
Well, think
I mean,
about
I don't
it.
know. I don't know how I
It
feel
could
about
flush
going.
something out.
We could.
If there's something there to
Yeah.
flush out.
I don't know, Bob. I feel like that's almost taking too big a risk. Because somebody could potentially monitor. Well,
Is there a way to have Sawyer on the line, watching if someone is watching?
Oh,
maybe.
Might not be a bad idea.
Maybe. You know what? I'm gonna send him a message.
All right. I'm gonna head over there. If Natalie has a change or anything like that, you let me know immediately. All right. I exit the hospital in a rush. I head out to my spinner. Fire it up. Head down to, I don't know what sector we're in, but I said 15 to 20, so that's how far away it is. Don't know if it matters.
I think it's Sector 5, because that's where the LAPD stuff is located.
Okay. Then we'll go a little bit south, like towards Sector 9 then. Okay.
All right. You know what? I think he might be available. Do you guys mind if I give him a quick call?
no.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Maybe he'll pick up. Dun, dun. I'll just wait for it here.
Okay,
All right. Now, hopefully he can monitor while I'm working the terminal, but I don't know. This is kind of short notice.
Do you think that you need me and Bob for this?
I suppose
Maybe we
not.
can follow up on.
Okay. All right. You know what? All right. Let me go ahead and I'll step away and I'll give him a quick call.
Sure.
Bob,
Yeah.
no, you're not all right.
No. I
Would it
don't.
make you feel better if we investigate?
Yes. But I don't know what to expect.
We never know what to expect.
It's true. Let's see. His apartment is Sector 2. It's a little ways out. The noodle bar, sushi bar, it's close. Actually, it's really close. What we could do, and I'm looking at Galen, but sort of in both eyes this time. I need to know I'm not misremembering. You understand? Okay. All right. So there's a sushi place. I used to go there with Sam fairly often. Chio would come sometimes. Food's awful. If we can go there and ask if they remember Sam, let's do that. It should be a quick back and forth.
That'll be enough for you.
No, but it's a start. At least I would have some place to stand.
What about
Right
the
now I'm
apartment?
The apartment's in Sector 2. That's, well, a spinner might be about 10 minutes away. I guess that's not too bad. But the sushi bar, it's literally down on the street. It's really close. What do you think?
Whatever you think helps. I'm here for you.
Let's go to the sushi bar. Yeah. At this point, I think I walk over to where Selma is. Did you get a hold of him?
Yeah. I'm about to ring him right now.
All right. Galen and I are going to step down the street
Okay.
to the sushi bar just to
Okay.
ask some questions, and then
Okay.
I'll catch up with you, okay?
All right. I'm gonna stay here for a little longer and probably get this. Oh, I've been picking up soon. I'm not sure.
It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Enjoy the sushi.
Oh, I don't say anything, and I just keep going. Galen?
Okay, come on, pick up. And open up this software because it's the homebrewed one that Sawyer had offered us last time we spoke. It's called Nightingale, so I kind of look down at it through my glasses like this. Okay. All right, come on. Pick up. I'm calling.
So,
Hey, hello. Is that you?
yeah, everything okay? Calling me direct?
Hi, yeah. Oh my gosh. I had the craziest day, and I just wanted to thank you for picking up. First of all, I need your help.
Yeah,
If
of
you're-
course. I mean, that's why I put it there, right?
Right. But listen, I've had some doubts. I've had some doubts about people that I've worked with, and I just wanted to ask you something. Can I trust you?
Kind of a loaded question.
It is.
Is there something making you not trust me right now?
There's a lot. There's my squad right now is I think we're at a point where we're running low on trust for each other, and that's starting to affect me.
Right. You know, I shared everything with you folks last time because I was taking a risk. That I trusted you, right?
Yeah.
That was me going out on a limb.
Yeah.
For you. And my bet was that anyone you surround yourself with, because I think you're a good judge of character, is worth trusting too.
Okay. All right.
You're shaking on that right now? On your squad, or you talking about the department?
Might be a little bit of both. A little bit of both. I'm worried. I'm worried for one of my squad mates. Actually, I'm worried for all of them, but one in particular. And I think that in turn makes me worried for myself. Because it's hard not to view it through somebody else's lens. Someone else's problems. Someone else's pain. I feel like that's all it is on the force, is just me living somebody else's grief. And I'm sorry to have had brought some of that to you.
Well, my dad used to say there was no sense dwelling in the past, right?
And you're not the first person to say that to me today. But you're right.
Well, I didn't say it was unique advice, just that's what he used to say.
Listen.
Are you safe right now, or something happened?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm at a hospital right now.
You're at a hospital?
Yeah. It's all right. Everything has been, for now, the things are, stabilized. So, I'm okay. I'm okay. Listen, the reason I was calling was, I'm about to, get kind of deep into a terminal, maybe go into a little bit of a jungle, and I was wondering if you'd help me bushwhack some of it.
What kind of jungle?
Yeah, it's definitely an internal one. Something that looks like a bunch of zeros and ones, and might be a little bit more than just that. So, and Sawyer can't see it, but my hands are shaking, and I'm really, the coffee's getting to me, and there's a whole lot going on that my foot's tapping.
Okay, I mean, what do you want me to do from here? Or am I meeting you somewhere? What's going on?
Well, I was wondering if maybe you'd be able to, do you still have that, what was it? It was like, they called it like spyware, but really you just watch somebody else's, oh God, it was back when, it was back when people got scammed out of that sort of stuff. People were watching each other's computers. I don't know. Do you still have a version of that could tap in?
You're talking about my bread and butter, basically. Yeah, I can.
Okay.
That's
all right.
Absolutely my wheelhouse.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be at it's gonna have to be at headquarters. I don't know how comfortable you are with that. At least, just I would know you were on the line with me, but nobody else would.
So you're gonna hack into the LAPD?
Maybe not hack. Hack's a strong word.
You're making a back door in the LAPD so you can monitor systems? What's the outcome here?
I'm not entirely certain. I'm kind of playing it by ear. We have a starting point. And I think we'll just have to go through there. And it's not through LAPD. We're not necessarily going through LD. It's through Tyrell. It's direct to Tyrell.
You're trying to
Yeah.
You're trying to crack Tyrell?
Mm-hmm. Can you help me do it?
Well, why?
of the only people that I know that can, and I need your help.
I know I can. I've done it before. I guess I'm asking what you're looking for.
The truth. I need to know what's going on.
All right. Doing something like this means that you have to have a very specific idea about what kind of information you want to pull. So, I'm all for it, but we can't go in there with a pipe dream.
Right.
Intruding into a system like that means we're gonna light up all sorts of beacons and flags along the way. We gotta be disabling security as we're cracking into it. It's, I mean, you know all this. I don't have to tell you twice. I just...
I'm gonna make it as quick and dirty a job as I possibly can, while covering my tracks. I don't intend on using any fancy assets or anything. I'm not going layers of programs deep. I will have minimal amount of a digital trace, if any.
All right. I'm gonna take a gamble.
Okay.
And assume that the line we have right now is as secure as it can be. 'Cause we're using the software. It's a direct link to you. I'm hoping that means that it's just you and me talking right now, right?
Yes, it is.
I performed a systems intrusion on Tyrell about 5 days ago.
Okay.
And in the process of doing so, I detected one.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I've been working on this for the last 5 days with the information I pulled from a Tyrell server.
Okay.
And the intrusion I detected most recently, I assume that might have been you. And you're telling me you're at the hospital, so is this your first time trying this?
GM, I'm actually drawing a blank here. I believe this is my first time trying it, right?
It is, but if you'd like, you can roll
Holy
some sort of
moly.
insight.
Okay, I think I will. I will roll
Yep.
inside here.
Go for it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, insight.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
That's a 2.
I think without a doubt you realize it's Natalie. He must be referencing having seen Natalie make her breach.
That was not me. No, that wasn't me.
Okay, interesting.
But I know who it was.
Are they on our side?
Yeah, as far as I know, they're a very genuinely nice person, and they're there to help. Okay. Listen, can I give you a call back?
Sure. Listen, real quick, what server was she trying to access?
That I'm unaware of, but do you know what kind of person they were? Because I don't believe I told you.
I don't know, he, she, they. I misspoke, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know specifics of that, and
Okay, well, I
suppose should
do.
probably
I know
figure that
I know what server they were digging through.
Okay.
So if that's the server you're after, I'm telling you I've been inside it. If you're looking for something else, then that's a different conversation, and I can help with that, but
Okay. Okay.
this ain't easy.
I understand. Okay.
All right, you got to talk to the others. You take your time, okay?
All right.
We're right here.
Thank you. Thank you for being available and for helping me out with this.
That's okay. You tell Skiff that if he wants to find out about Vanya, that I know basically everything there is to know. And I terminate my side of the call.
Okay. And I put my KIA away. And I'm hanging up.
All right, we're going straight to Skiff. Where are we?
We are actually in the back of a thrift store, like a secondhand store.
Okay.
And you go in there, you talk to the right person, and they kind of like let you in the back. And there's a obviously it looks different from the front of the store. The back of the store is it's a mess with like wires and antennas and what look like routers and like old pieces of shit that like got dust on them and stuff like that, because Creep is the kind of guy who has something for every situation and never throws anything away.
Okay. I'm a hoarder. Got it.
In a sense, yeah, a tech hoarder for sure.
Yeah.
Like you'll see, like if this were
it's not
like
tech hoarding if
real
you need
life,
it, honey.
yeah, if this were real life, you have like 16 different Palm Pilots just because you never know if you're gonna need one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. And how often do we meet? How often do you use me as a contact?
Not often. I would say that this is a back pocket, kind of off the books.
So I owe you a favor?
More so that I make good on my favors.
I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
Right
I pictured a situation where I would owe him.
I see. All
Yeah.
right. And have you paid that one back yet, or do you still owe me as you walk in? Just so I kind of get a frame of how this
No,
conversation.
I owe him for this one.
Oh, okay. All right. All
We're
right. all right.
We're square
You
right now.
squared right now. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't think I'd see you today.
I see you haven't cleaned up the joint.
Never. What can I help you with? I don't look up from what I'm doing.
I need a machine.
What kind of
Hey,
machine,
I need a-
sweetheart?
I need a machine to crack corpo.
Oh,
Big.
what kind of corpo?
Big corpo.
Big corpo. What does that mean
Better-
to you?
Better you don't know. Just
Ooh,
picture. Just
spicy.
picture one.
I'm picturing one. That's a very, very big favor.
It is.
All right.
But you know me. I make good on my shit. Always have. It's a point of pride for me.
I look up from what I'm doing, and I have pretty slim wrists. I have heavy jewelry, bracelets. I have necklaces, and my glasses are T-shade kind of style, so they're round. And I look up at you for the first time over the edge of my glasses, and I pause for a second. I'm clearly assessing the risk, and I'm going to need you to roll for me.
Okay. What would you like me to roll?
Well, because you're giving me a favor, I think you can roll connections instead of manipulation. Because you're offering
Okay.
trade rather than trying to threaten my livelihood.
Sounds good.
And let me put these rolls up on the screen.
Okay. Let's see. I can push that. I'll push that.
Yep, go for it.
The 2, yeah. There we go. That's 3 successes instead of 1.
Nice. Holy. Okay, perfect. In that case, I smile, and it's a wicked smile, very playful. I'm excited to see you break into this corpo, and I lean back away from the desk and I head into a backpack room. You can hear me clanking around, getting things, I'm definitely being extra dramatic about it as well. I don't
Yep,
need to be
and I
making
got
this
my-
much noise, but I'm definitely...
I got my back to the door jam, and I let you do your thing and search for your stuff, and I just say, I don't know if it'll sweeten the deal for you, but I definitely wouldn't mind hinting it at the proprietor of this hack. You know, rumors being you. Build up that rep a little bit. If you wanted. There'd be no evidence, but...
And I come back out of the room, and I am carrying an old, kind of what looks like, I'd say, an amp, actually. And I come back and I set it on the table, and I look at you, and I put my arm on it, and I lean against it. Are you saying you let me take credit for the hack?
That's what I'm saying.
What is it exactly that you're doing then?
Well, what would you consider a holy grail of hacks, given the information that I've given you already?
Color me intrigued. It's no mere
It'd be up
data
there. It
breach.
might not be number one, but it's definitely in the top 3.
All right. I'll get
You
creative.
could make a name on this. That's what I'm saying.
I reach in behind the desk, and I am going to put a floppy disk. For those of you who don't know what that is, look it up. Floppy disk on top, because in this alt reality we have future technology, but also analog technology. And I tap the amp, and I say, it's inside here. You're going to have to crack it open. Don't use it at a public terminal. Put that disk in,
All right.
and it'll have my signature on it.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll give you an option. Well, not an option, but you'll hear about this, I'm sure. Whether it'll probably hit your circles first, but it might hit news later. I won't start the word of mouth going until you know what it is after the fact, and then you can tell me whether you want your name on it or not, because this shit is dangerous. And I'm talking top level dangerous.
I can assume it's not entirely gray then, is it?
Well, just put it this way. Doing this doesn't make us the bad guys, but it certainly doesn't put us in the good guy column either.
Well, darling, that's the definition of gray, and if it's gray, I want it.
Right.
Good luck. Still owe me. Credit
Absolutely.
isn't a favor.
Hey, when I was walking through, I saw a little hopping frog. Little wind-up thing. You mind if you throw that in?
I cannot roll insight because I don't have a character sheet because you just made me 2 seconds ago, but I want to roll insight on you, so how do you propose we do this?
I can roll.
You roll something, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you...
I'll roll manipulation.
Yep, perfect.
Yep.
And if you win, then I don't get to know, but if you lose, then I get to know. Or
Okay,
you can
I
tell
rolled
me.
2 successes on it.
All right, then I have no fucking clue. But I definitely am... I study you for a second. I think you can read me like a book. You know, I'm immediately like, what? I didn't think you had kids, and I'm second guessing what I think I know about you. But then I decide to leave it alone, and...
Well, if I catch that look
yeah,
on him...
oh, for sure.
I'm gonna say, like, don't read too much into it. I like frogs.
All right. Just take it off of the shelf on your way out.
All right. I grab it and I put it in my pocket. And it wasn't necessarily a big fat lie, but it was definitely like I noticed something on Natalie's desk, and it was a National Geographic or something of that, like a nature thing, and it was like amphibians of the rainforest or whatever.
Oh, okay. I mean, I figured it was for her, but this fucker has no clue. All right, so he watches you as you walk out, and I think he walks over to a terminal after you walk out. Like, he goes back to work as usual, but he does watch you leave.
Okay. I got this big, like, I'm guessing it's like a honking piece of fucking tech under my arm walking out.
Yeah. Looks like a musical amp. You'll have to break it open.
Okay. And I walk out, I throw it in my spinner, and
You're probably not too far from the hospital, to be honest.
I call up Natalie. Or not Natalie, excuse me, I call up Selma. I got it. I'm on my way back. How are you doing over there?
Gotcha. I'm doing all right. Just called Sawyer, so we'll see what happens there.
All right.
You all right?
You want me to meet you somewhere?
I think I'm probably gonna go to headquarters. Pull up in my office.
All right. You know best.
Okay, well, listen, that's where I'll be if you want to join me. You want to talk about something? You just let me know.
Well, I'm going to see you there. I got to drop this thing off to you. And it's a big piece of tech, so I hope you know what to do with it.
Me too.
All right, I'll see you there in a little bit.
Yep, over now.
Love it. Okay, we're going back to Galen and Bob, who went to the sushi place, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we approach it, do I see Mr. Yuto behind the little counter there?
Let's roll for it, just for chance sake.
Sure.
Go ahead and roll observation.
Ooh, 1.
Yep, and he's there.
All right. Okay, Galen, he's particular. Doesn't, he's not a good conversationalist. So, this might be difficult. I walk up to the bar and I sit down at the seat that I always sit at.
You
Mr.
take
Yuto.
the lead.
Hi. I can't remember who I was. I was very
Mr.
short,
Yuto-
right? I'm very
so Mr.
short.
Yuto,
That's
yeah,
right.
he's an old Japanese man,
Aye.
but he's lived in the city his whole life. He tells stories about it over and over and over again. Either
The
he's
same
forgotten
stories
he's
over
told
and
you,
over
or he
again,
just
right.
doesn't care. Yeah.
Okay, so my
So-
memory's not so great, so prepare yourself. Okay.
That's good.
Same order?
Not today.
Okay, what you want?
Well, nothing. Just questions.
I can't
Mr.
eat
Yuto,
with
you-
questions.
Well, this is important. Do you remember me coming here with my old partner, Sam, and his fiance? So this was, this would have been a year and a half back or so, I think.
He stares at you blankly for a minute. I think he
Chio.
also looks between you and your current partner, and I don't know. Like, I think he's trying to figure out. I think he's trying to assess some relationships and if he's about to get in trouble or.
Sure,
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I will not read that very well.
Yeah.
Chio. You remember Chio? She was.
Oh, yes. Very nice lady.
Yes.
Shoulder length hair.
Yes.
Fire.
Okay. She had indigenous.
Good spirit.
She was. You remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember her. She's very sweet.
Okay. All right, and I look
I
over.
barely
at
remember
Galen.
you, though.
Well, we don't talk that much. Do you remember Sam? Sam was with her more than I was.
Yeah. I remember. Her husband, right?
Well, fiance, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Yes.
I give a physical description, which would include, like, he's black. He had a very neat cut hairstyle. At the time, his clothes weren't necessarily. They were nice clothes, but they were always a little disheveled, like a button sometimes would be off. So I give this description to Mr. Yudo.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, it was a
Okay.
year ago, but that sounds right.
Yeah, it's been. I know it's been a while. Okay. All right. Thank you. I stand back up and I look over at Galen.
So to go, sushi box.
No.
To go, right?
No, not today. Not today. I'm sorry.
We'll take 3.
He smiles at you.
Oh, that was a mistake. I sit back down. This is going to take forever.
Yeah, I look towards Bob and I say, "That's okay."
All right. I look around the sushi bar. It's it has some neon here and there. Some of it's out. It's essentially just a long raised table with 4 bar stools right there. The food items that you can see, even though considering this is Blade Runner and you're never going to find, fresh stuff necessarily. But even this stuff looks pretty questionable, and this stuff should have a very long shelf life. There's definitely like a protein curd of sorts that looks a lot like tofu. The edges are browning excessively, and it looks like a lot of the moisture has evaporated over time inside the container, so it's murky and it just doesn't look appetizing. He would grab that and cut pieces off of it and throw it onto a little a plate as he continues to prepare our food.
Okay, here, 3 boxes to go. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'll go ahead and pay for it.
That didn't take too long, Bob.
Yeah, that didn't. Huh. I stand up and I grab the food. Usually I'm sitting here for much longer. I don't know, maybe expected some sort of lunch rush. What time is it right now, actually?
It's, I think, around 9 p.m. We started around 8. But these places are open 24 hours. There are rushes that you see around people's dinner times. I think gone are the days of the standard 9 to 5, where that's the only rush that you get. I think we see rushes at varying shifts, because there are people who work night shifts because the sky is pretty much the same. So I think you get rushes every 4 hours, probably. Every 4 hours, someone's having a lunch break somewhere.
Well, being a creature of routine and habit, I think I've just never been... I usually come at almost the exact same time. So I don't think I recognize he could go faster if he prepped everything beforehand. I pick it up and...
He doesn't let you pay for it. He kind of shakes his hand, waves it in your face and says, No. Chio, I liked her. She was nice.
She was nice.
Came with her a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Yudo. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Mr. Yuto and I say, you have a bathroom here?
He looks around at what's clearly in one of those, like, stall outdoor... Yeah, no.
Where's the
street vendor.
closest one?
For people outside, down the street to the left. That
For
sign right
paying
there.
customers.
The floating toilet. Floating toilet. And And he points to the floating toilet.
Fair enough. Once you get the ride ready, I'm just gonna hit the head real quick.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. I start to walk towards the car.
I make a move towards the toilet until Bob's out of sight. Then I'm gonna walk back over to Mr. Yuto.
Ah. What?
We've had a pretty rough day today. Thank you for the sushi.
No problem.
You mind if I ask you a few questions before I go?
Sure. Make it quick. And don't mind me, I'm making more food. And he's still making more sushi.
You gave my partner a look there. It had me a little worried.
Well, you should be worried for your partner.
Why is that?
Very sad all the time.
Mm-hmm. Is that why you comped the sushi?
Yes. I can't
What
do it
about
all the
his
time.
old partner?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So many people come in and out. I remember Chio. She was real nice. And as soon as he mentioned her, I remember seeing them together. They used to come here a lot. But I'd
Thank you. We're gonna be working a few cases pretty hard. We'll probably come back for some more sushi.
Oh, good, good.
Before I walk away, I turn back one more time and I say, Chio.
Yes. Very
That
lovely
was his
woman.
wife.
Yes. Here. And I think actually he will, I think he'll reach into either it's probably not a wallet, actually. He probably has a couple of different photos that he's taken with people, regulars or longtime customers or something like that, that line up along his booth. But he reaches down underneath the front shelf and pulls out a box.
One of them is like Roy Batty. It's like
Yeah,
right
exactly. Yeah, but he reaches through probably like a little cardboard box that's got a bunch of them in there, and he digs through for a second and then pulls out a photo of him and Chio smiling. She was a very frequent customer. She pharma worker, but she a good one. She used to give me discount on my pain medication.
Yeah.
A good woman.
He's a good man too. Is there any kind of reaction when I say this?
I think he just nods solemnly. He feels pity, I think, for Bob.
Gonna pass the photo back over.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'll keep an eye out for him, don't worry.
Good.
And I turn around and walk away.
Back at the hospital. Or no, not at the hospital. Selma left the hospital, right? And we're all meeting up
Yes.
at the LAPD.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and do that, and we can say that for our peace sake, you guys are all arriving around the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone gets there first, I'm assuming, and I head to her office. I got that big honking amp, and I bring it into her office. I set it on her. I'm guessing immaculately clean desk.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize like what I've just set on your desk is very dirty, and I think for a second about like wiping it off first, but
It's really heavy too,
doesn't
right?
seem like a priority. So
It's like
Amps aren't typically super heavy. They're basically cabinets, so they have a speaker in there, and they're usually not too heavy. But if this is a computer, I imagine it's probably pretty heavy.
No, I think the amp is just like the cover.
Mhm.
Inside is what like is the computer. I'm guessing. Is that do I have that right?
That is
PD?
correct. Yeah.
Okay,
He
okay.
hid it inside a musical amp, just so that if
It's got vacuum tubes in it.
just another way of disguising pretty dangerous tech that's probably used only for this brute force attack that you're about to do. So I think he just wants to ensure that it doesn't get seen you walking down the street with his tech.
Yep.
okay.
I set it on her desk, and there it is. He said it'll work for what we
hell,
need.
Skip. All right, hang on a second. She starts brushing off
Oh,
dirt. Oh my.
and I start like getting embarrassed, like, oh, right.
No, that's just me being OCD. It's not your fault.
Sorry.
I swear to God, I can't crack this. I'm gonna need to call Sawyer back. Thank you for bringing it here. Let me go ahead and take a look.
Yeah.
Now what's going on here?
I just want to let you know part of the stipulation of the deal is that I gave Creep an option. I said he can take credit for this hack, and I thought that would be a good idea for a couple of reasons. One, to sweeten the pot for him, because rep is everything, and two, because I told him that I would let him out, or once he hears about it, he can decide if he wants to take credit or not, because this is probably getting out at some point.
It makes no difference to me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want my name on it.
And that's another reason.
Right.
That was the other reason, actually, was, so your name or my name or anybody we know
Yeah, I don't want
is
anybody
not on it.
leaving any
but-
sort of trace here.
I'll leave you to it.
Wait, before you go,
Yeah,
how's Natalie? Did you get a chance to see her?
that's what I'm going to go back and check
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to head
you eat?
back.
I've got sushi for everybody.
You shouldn't eat it.
I've
Sure?
had worse. I'm sure.
Okay. I'd rather eat something right now. We should probably eat.
I should eat. You're right.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Galen. Okay. Listen, take care of yourself. I'm just gonna be focused on this. I'll probably having to ask for help. Thank you for bringing this also.
So you said you got in contact with our friend, right, Selma? Is he going to help you on this?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, as always, shit goes
I have my own
sideways.
concerns, but right now I think I'm in a good spot. I think our communication's good. Just have some weird history. That's all. So.
All right. Well, shit goes sideways. You let us know.
Sure.
We'll kick down doors and go in guns blazing if need be.
Sure. Torches, pitchforks, all that.
Actually,
You want me to get you a tea you like from across the street?
Yeah. Can you get me what's the black tea with the milk?
Yeah.
Yep.
Milk,
Thank
no
you.
sugar.
No sugar. Thank you.
All right. And as I'm walking out, I'm probably walking past Bob and Galen.
Yeah. I think I'm probably hearing the back and forth that they were having.
Yeah.
I stopped Skiff right before he goes too far. Like, hold on. She's starting this up right now, or is she just preparing?
She's cracking open the hidden computer right now. She hasn't done anything yet.
All right. Let's say hypothetically that she starts this process.
I'm sorry. Are you saying this out loud to me?
Oh yeah, I'm saying I'm actually pretty close to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine Galen's close enough to hear as well. But let's say that she starts doing this, and then I look at the floor. How many people are on the floor here on this level? Like, how many people can I see in the sort of office space?
Oh, well, Selma works in the analytics department, so why don't you roll me a 1d20?
All right.
Wait, dice have 20 sides? There is such a thing?
What are the odds of that?
Oh, I just typed it in. You know what? Let me just roll a d20.
Oh, yeah, you transpose the R in the slash.
Yeah. There we go. 6. So 6 people. All right. So I look at each one of these individuals, saying, now we don't know for sure if there's any sort of I don't know internal knowledge, if there are people planted. You understand what I'm saying, right? Like, we don't know.
No, I'm definitely picking up what you're saying. Actually, it twigged me on an idea. Follow me. And I go back into Selma's office. And as we're all gathered around, I kind of like, lean in, so, whatever, so hush tones. But do we tell the Cap about this? So he knows what to expect in case this shit goes south?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean,
we're gonna have to, I think.
Well, the only thing is that we know that there could be, like, how many sides of this are we seeing right now? We've got Tyrell, we've got Replicants, right? And we could have us, not us, but us, somewhere in the mix. Now, our superiors, to some degree, may have some idea, they might not. But our captain, he's hates replicants forcefully. We say something to him, what's the reaction? We say we're trying to do what we're trying to do.
I think if we explain the situation, he'll see it our way. I really do.
I can talk to Captain Holden.
That's a good plan.
You spin it right?
You're going to have to spin it, yeah.
It's a good idea to have him roped in just in case he can offer us some sort of backup or protection.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to need him on our side for this, in case.
Agreed.
You guys are right. In case shit goes south.
All right. And we're agreed.
I think I'm just about ready to start pressing big red buttons here. So if you guys want to, you can take care of this now, or I can wait.
Would I know if Holden is on duty right now?
Sorry? He does work the night shift, yeah. So it's like 9 p.m., so yeah, he would be on
this
duty.
is roughly the time that we saw him previously.
That's right.
I'll give you the go-ahead once Holden gives me the go-ahead.
Okay.
All right. And on my way out, I snap at some rookie. Hey, Rook.
Yeah.
Come here for a sec.
Yep. What do you need?
That nice Blade Runner in there, her name's Selma. I don't know if you know her or not or heard about her, but she likes tea from across the street. She likes black tea, cream, no sugars. They should know her order.
Black tea, cream, no sugar.
Go get it. Leave it. Just leave it outside her door. They're doing some important shit that is above your pay grade. So
Important shit above my pay grade. Black
just
tea.
knock. And
No cream, no sugar. Did I fuck that up?
I look at it. I look at the name tag. What do I see?
Ooh. We'll go with Kalen.
All right.
Kallen.
All right, Kaylin.
Jesus Christ.
Not that it's a big deal, but if you fuck this up, just don't fuck it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I got
right.
it. Won't fuck it up.
And I give
Above
him,
my
I give
pay
him
grade.
a swift pat on the back.
Black tea, no sugar,
Just
no
knock.
cream.
Just knock, and hand it to the first person who answers. Okay.
Not leave it outside the door?
No, knock.
Okay.
Someone will come to the door.
Okay.
Hand it to them.
Got it.
And then off you.
Wait. One more time. Black tea, no sugar, no cream? Just black tea.
Black tea, cream, no sugar.
Cream,
just
no
tell
sugar.
Them,
Okay.
Just tell them Selma's order.
Got it.
Okay. God damn it. I can't help amidst all of this. I can't help but chuckle on my way out. I hop in my spinner and I head to the hospital.
Right. Okay, I say we go with Galen. Sorry, I could not help myself.
No, that was fucking beautiful, by the way. I loved it. It was so good. I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna interrupt. Yep, you get it every time. God damn it. Real good.
Okay. Let's see. Come in.
Captain Holden.
Yeah.
What
do you got?
Got a situation, sir.
Okay.
I closed the door behind me.
I think he was taking his glasses off and leaning back and looking at the door, waiting for you to do exactly that.
Came here for 2 reasons, sir. First and foremost, I needed to let you know that we are in the process of doing something with your approval that may very well be rather antagonistic.
Okay, do I want to know about it ahead of time, or is this the type of thing that I would like deniability for?
Fair question, sir. I think it falls under the category of potential replicant sympathizers.
As in, you are investigating replicant sympathizers? You're antagonizing replicant sympathizers? I need a little bit more detail.
Maybe a little bit of everything. We're not sure yet.
All right. Well, who are you antagonizing?
Tyrell.
Get out of my office. Don't tell me about it. I'm going with deniability.
There was another thing, sir.
Sure. Don't mistake me. Get it done. But I don't want to know about it. I'm better protecting you if I have no idea.
There were some personnel records that I was unable to locate. Obviously, with the blackout, things can be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know anybody that worked with Bob?
Before you? Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
You knew Sam.
Well, I saw him a couple times. I didn't know him. I didn't work closely with him. He was Bob's partner, not mine. Why?
Sam's records are completely gone, sir.
Inside job or outside?
Not sure.
Okay. Does this have anything to do with what happened tonight?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't like that. When can I expect a report?
Probably after we do this.
All right.
There's some information that's critical to the case.
But just so I'm understanding this correctly, this Sam individual, if my memory serves, he fits the description of the person who was fleeing the scene. Is that correct?
Everything will be in the report, sir. I'd like to confirm everything first.
Do I need to prep for a manhunt?
Sir, we work off of solid leads here. Let me make sure the lead is solid first.
All right.
I begin to walk out of the office, and before I do, I say, the analyst, she's
Mrs.
gonna pull
Amano?
through.
Good.
And I close the door and walk out.
You don't see this, but the audience would see Holden pick up the phone and make a call immediately after this.
Alright, we got the go-ahead, but we don't have the go-ahead.
Uh-huh. Got it. Well, I'll boot it up then. Wish me luck.
And I'll make my way back to the rest of the group.
Okay. They are all in Selma's office. Selma has her own closed door. Been here for a very long time. She's got her own little private office. It's not very big.
All right. Ugh. Did they get my tea yet? Is the tea outside?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna make a quick phone call also. Maybe not phone call, it's the
Vid call, but yeah, same
vid
thing.
call,
Mhm.
rather. Okay. And type in a couple things. Kind of see my vision narrow. And I focus a little bit. And Galen's in the room right now, right?
Yep.
We're all together. Okay. Yeah.
I have a tea, black tea with cream and no sugar. Cream and
Oh,
no
come on
sugar.
in.
Oh,
Come on in.
You want me to come in? I thought I was supposed to leave it at the door, and then
I'll
someone
walk
was
up
going to
the
come and get
door.
it.
Yeah, I'll walk
Okay,
up
you
to
can
the
leave it at the
door.
door then.
I'll walk up to the door like Selma, I imagine, isn't even looking. I'm gonna walk up to the door and I'm just gonna like peek through.
Oh.
And I'll grab it.
Galen.
Yeah. Thanks.
Stars in his eyes. He's absolutely your number one fan.
Grab the shit, close the door. Don't even acknowledge him.
Oh, he's gonna live on this for weeks. Okay, yep. He's like looking at his hand like I'm never gonna wash this again, and then walks away.
Oh, they get it?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Yep, that looks good. Okay. I type in a couple things. And All right. It's executing. Give it a second. Can I call up Sawyer?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Let's just see if we can get Sawyer on the vidcom.
Go for Clark.
Hello.
All right, so what's the game plan?
Well. All right. You can see my screen?
Now I can. Can you do me one favor?
Yeah.
Given that we are currently treating headquarters as a compromised space, a physical sweep of the room you're operating in. I'm sure you've done this plenty of times before, but
Sure.
anything that could house any kind of monitoring device.
Let me go ahead and check for that. Can I maybe roll an insight check?
Ooh,
for,
yeah. It'll be
all right.
observation, actually.
Observation?
Mhm.
Okay.
And the one who has the highest observation can do it, since this is probably
Okay.
something y'all would have done.
I do have
before.
an A, so I might be able to. But there's the hubris, right? We'll see what happens with the hubris.
Yep.
Hubris.
Was it really? Let me pull it up.
It's a 1.
Oh,
It's a 1.
It's a 1. That's still a
It's a
success.
1.
That's still a success.
Yeah.
Okay. There is absolutely a tracking device in here. What do you think it is?
In my room.
Yes. If there was any doubt that there is somebody on the inside, it should be gone now. There's absolutely a bug in here of some sort. And I will let you as a group decide. It can be audio, it can be computer tracking, it can be
Okay.
just sensing when somebody comes in or out.
Maybe it's one of Selma's. Now, tell me if I'm wrong here, Selma, but do you have like kitschy stuff?
Sure do. I have an old AM radio that kind of sits on a shelf up there. I've got an old AM radio. I've got a collection or so, a bunch of bottles. I've got like a nutcracker that sort of sits there with his mouth open, like perpetually
It's
open.
the Nutcracker. Come on.
Yep. That's perfect.
It's the Nutcracker. Is it
I think it might be the nutcracker.
Is it an
if I had to
audio-
guess.
an audio video device in the mouth of the
Yeah.
Nutcracker?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
All right. I would have to say, recognizing. Okay, so then this is important. Who found it?
That's was my
Specifically.
next question.
Yeah.
I think it's Selma.
Yeah.
Selma's got the highest observation.
I mean, I guess I would.
Maybe,
So maybe-
she could
yeah.
also be doing her tech because she's very absorbed in what she's doing. She could be like, check everywhere, and maybe somebody lifts up the Nutcracker, looks at the bottom, she says, check the mouth. Oh my God,
Okay,
we have the
yeah.
intern. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm so happy.
So then.
All right. Well, it's
Yeah. Good.
it's got to be in that shelf over there. I don't know. You guys want to take a look?
What
So-
is this?
That's a nutcracker. Have you ever seen one? Look in
No.
the mouth.
Why?
Just look in the mouth.
This conversation's very strange one-sided, just so you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think we're
I will sort of put the device down and I say out loud, "There's nothing there," and then I'll turn to the rest of you, and I'll just like really subtly nod my head.
damn.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, thanks for
Okay.
checking. Okay. So,
I'm gonna look for a piece of paper if I see Selma just
Oh, I'm sure
casually
she's the type to have old
disregard.
school sticky notes
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yep, I got
And I'm-
post-it notes. Hell, you want
I'm gonna-
different colored post-it notes? I got blue ones. I got red ones. I got
I'm gonna like walk
Christmas-themed
over
ones.
there and just write on the note. There's a bug in the nutcracker. And I say, I think audio visual.
Okay. All right.
Galen, do you mind if I just step out real fast? It's a little stuffy in here.
Yeah, it's not really my specialty either.
All right, guys. Well, I'll be probably working a little bit more. Hey, do you mind if I call you back and I say this directly to the person on the line?
Sure thing, I'm standing by for you, okay?
Appreciate that. All right, talk to you. And I hang up.
You know,
All right, well, let's see if
tea
this tea's
sounds
any
pretty
good.
good
Hey,
right
you
now.
guys keep me updated, okay? And I kind of
There's really no reason for me to be here. I guess I could grab some tea too.
yeah, tea sounds good.
okay.
Wait, where's the place again? Selma, could you show us?
Yeah. Sure, yeah, hold up. Let me. I got mine already, but I can accompany you. There we are. And I stand up.
I'm gonna like really casually, by the way, like that the post-it note that I wrote on, I'm gonna casually slide that back into my pocket.
Okay. Okay, and we step out of the office, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would make to pick up whatever you just opened up from that amp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd say anything about it, but I'd go to pick it up. All right. After you.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of wait until we're out of the office. Do we want to go get some tea? Or should we stay put?
I think we need to do this someplace else.
We need
Okay.
to let Skiff know, and then I don't know where would be a secure place.
I could potentially find one.
I might know a place. In fact, I might be able to connect us. That's the thing, though. We'd be involving somebody else in this, and I'm not sure if I'd want that right now. We're already
Alright, let
working
me,
with a couple others.
Let me let Skiff know.
Hold on. I get a better idea. There's a few places in town. They cut into the lines. There's not going to be any real trace there.
Do you have an address I can give, or is this something we just need to find once we get there?
GM, can I make a connections roll?
You absolutely can. This will be at disadvantage. Only because you do vice and drugs and shit, not typically
Right.
tech like this.
I will push that.
Okay. I think you can call a couple different places, or you know of a couple places, but as you pass by, they're busy. You know, the fail doesn't necessarily mean that you don't succeed, but Perhaps
Right.
you guys drive by and you're like, not good enough.
Yeah. Alright. Let's try your option. This way provided a little bit more anonymity. But I don't think it's as secure
Okay.
as we need it to be.
GM, can I
Mm-hmm.
first I wanna send a quick message to Flick. Or excuse me, Sawyer.
Yep.
And I wanna make sure that they understand that what had happened was not anything that we could have controlled, so
As you get ready to send that message, you see one already sent to you. As assuming we weren't alone. 2 options: perform intrusion from secondary site, or set a trap for our mole. See if they bite. Your call.
okay, I'll send back. I don't like mice. We'll go with the latter. Or mole, rather. Actually, let me say mole. I'm retconning that.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So I'd like to see if Bill is available. I haven't talked to Bill in a couple days here.
Yep. Go ahead and roll connections.
Let's see.
And this is just to see if he's available.
Okay. Let's see. I've got a 1 here. I think that's a success. Let me shoot him a message. Hey, do you have time for some heavy lifting?
Ooh. Have you asked him for this kind of help before? Like, does he know what this
I think he would
means?
understand what I was asking.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know if he would be up for it.
Yeah, let's, I don't have a sheet for him, so let's roll manipulation.
Okay.
If you succeed, he'll make time. And if you don't succeed, then he's either at work or he just can't.
He can't. Okay.
Yep.
2.
He'll do anything for you, Selma. Yep, for sure.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I text back.
Yeah, so he says yes. When?
Okay. 20, 30 minutes.
Got it.
Okay, we'll I'll text back. We'll meet at your spot, your place. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
So, what are you thinking, Selma? What are you wanting to do?
There's a guy that I relied on quite a bit outside of my jurisdiction, and his name is Bill. And I trust him, and I think he would be able to give us a secure connection.
What if this goes sideways?
Listen, if this goes sideways, it's my ass. I will tell that. I will tell that to Holden. And I know that we've already got Holden's approval on this, so one way or the other, it's happening. And if he wants to take that up with somebody, he can absolutely take that up with me, because Galen, you already made your peace. He already said yes. We're rolling with it.
So, we're going to a place, and Bill is going to assist with you trying to get into the server. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you can trust Bill.
Yeah. I've known Ben a long time.
All right.
Now, I know I'm asking a lot from both of you. I realize that. It's not an easy ask, but if I wasn't at my wit's end here, and if this wasn't very, very, very important, I would not be doing this. But as of right now, I don't believe I have the tools as just one analyst to do this.
I understand that. Just 1 second.
Sure.
Skiff.
Copy.
We, had a little problem at the office. There's, it was a little loud.
Who's alerted?
We're en route to another contact. And I'm sure I can pass that information over to you as soon as I get it, but,
Is this a contact we know? Is it the contact I'm thinking of?
I don't know. This is someone that is new to me.
No.
And I look at Selma. But I've been told we can trust him.
Okay. Yep. Send that over when you get it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Out.
All right.
Okay. So we head to Bill's apartment. Bill answers the door, and I think he's surprised when he sees more than just Selma.
Oh, I was actually gonna ask if before we go up, if that's okay, I would ask if Galen and Bob were comfortable with that, and if not, they could stay in the vehicle, or.
Oh yeah, he says if you give him the heads up, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll absolutely just like let you guys in. But he does look at you, Selma, and says, "Did you need my space? Did you need me here? What do you need?"
Oh, security. Looking for security.
I mean, it's secure. Do you want me to be here? Is this gonna put my job in jeopardy?
I look
You know
at
what?
Galen and Bob.
I think he puts his hands up and he goes, "If you don't need me here, I'm just gonna go out for lunch."
Appreciate that.
Yep.
No. I'm sorry, Bill. Need you to stay for now.
Bill, would you mind staying?
I think it's clear there's disappointment on his face as he realizes you're asking him to stay because you don't trust him. Sure. I'll just sit over here then. And then he sits down on the chair.
Listen, I wouldn't be asking you this if it wasn't.
Just do it.
I'm gonna
Sit down.
walk over to the window, and just kind of keep an eye out. I'm not paying attention to Bill or Selma at all. I'm more interested in what's going on outside.
I'm going to be casually walking around the space. And I'm looking for bugs again.
All right, I'm setting up the program here. Bill, do you have an access code for this machine, or is it just open?
He stands up and walks over and types in a very long, like 27 character code.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think we're just about ready to wire here. What do you think, Bob?
I just imagine Bob and Bill are like staring at each other. Bill's got his arms crossed.
Well, I am walking around the apartment. I was going to ask to roll to see if I notice anything
Oh, yeah. Roll observation, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Bill if you like.
Yeah. Should I push that? Yeah, I'll push it. Ow.
Damn.
Nothing.
What I'll say, though, is, again, because of failure I don't means you don't glean any information, but what I'll tell you is that it's impeccably clean. You know, like you're looking around going, oh, there's just enough here to seem like a normal apartment. So this guy is probably, his job deals with stuff where he's hiding identity or it's very secure, but there's nothing really that you could scan in this room and get any ideas of passwords or, you know, people he cares about, anything like that.
Does it feel like a hotel room level of clean? Like everything is put in its place?
No, I think it's like, it's just enough impersonal stuff that you'd be like, oh, somebody lives here. And I think a normie wouldn't think anything of it. But a cop goes in here and goes, there's no photos of family up, you know, because, and I think it's safe for you to assume that, you know, somebody who deals in internet security or whatever, they're not necessarily going to have photos of their family up. If somebody comes into the room, they're going to look and go, okay, that's a dog. And, you know, it's just one extra thing that they can go to use to try to hack into a password or figure out or do association, right? Like, oh, they went to Iceland last year. Let me try to do some of that stuff. So all that kind of stuff is gone from this room.
It's clever.
Yeah.
Very clever. All right.
Okay. I guess we're going. I mean, at this point, I think I've crossed all the T's that I can.
Bill will go over and, since I'm here, and if you let him, he will kind of look over your shoulder and make sure that everything is secure. And I'll let you roll your tech roll at advantage.
Advantage, okay. That's a 1 success, I think.
Yep. You can push that 3 if you'd like. Give yourself extra success.
Do I just click on the 3 here?
You click push,
Just push.
and then you click the 1D, whatever it is that you have. Just the 1.
On the 6 or the 3.
Yep.
On the 6 or the 3?
Yeah. If you should do the one that gives you the higher die.
Okay. Okay, I don't know if I did that right.
You did.
Well, you
it
did
re-rolled a
both.
2. Yeah, that's okay though. It re-rolled a 2.
Okay.
So same thing. Okay. All right. Oh, you're good to go.
Okay. I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna see if I can get Sawyer on the vid. So they're also watching and a part of things.
I'm also going to assume that you guys have set up your KIA so that this call doesn't leave Bill or doesn't leave your area like you did at the restaurant.
Okay.
So now, as far as Bill is concerned, he can't hear shit. He can't hear anything or see what you're doing. And he probably went ahead and turned his chair away from you guys, so he's not facing in the direction.
Okay.
Just to give you extra comfort.
Okay.
Okay, Selma, is it round 2?
Hello. It is. Thank you for picking up. All right, we gotta be quick about this, I think.
All right, well, just one thing. So you did note a bug, right? Of some kind, I'm assuming?
Yep.
All right, and this place is secure? I don't need to know where it is, other than, you know, uplinking with your terminal, but...
I think so. I believe so.
Okay. So what's the game plan? What are we doing?
Well, right now, I kind of absent-mindedly have my KI in my hands. I say to a text skiff as I'm talking, good to go, starting process, sand. This is foreign to me. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, so that's why I'm asking.
Okay.
This is this new information to you?
What, Vanya? Or the
Yeah.
bug? I've been spending a better part of the week cracking into Vanya via... Any intrusion lacking a key will not get you the files that you're after. I'm not gonna tell you where the key is, but I have it in my possession.
Okay. Okay. Narrator, is there a way I can hand access here? Because I know that Sawyer has
Like remote?
visual. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Remote access.
Yep.
All right, so I tap in a couple things here into the terminal, and it comes up allow dot access slash admin. Right.
And then now you're watching the like mouse and the terminal and everything be accessed remotely by Sawyer.
Okay, so... What's the target? You're not trying to hit the same server again, are you? V822?
I mean, not if you already have the information.
I do have the information. I guess the question is, are you looking for something else? Are we looking to intrude into Tyrell for other information, other servers? Do you have any leads to go on? Any words we're looking for?
Anything you can get me about Nakayama?
Nakayama, I can tell you all about Nakayama.
I think we just need it on paper. Something visual, something that confirms it. I need to find hard data. I can't just go off of what people are telling me.
I understand that. What I'm working on currently, it's a little difficult to explain, but I'm creating a burn file on everything that I've uncovered from Tyrell so far. Something that the LAPD can use to hopefully raid their headquarters at this stage.
Okay.
So I'm working on making that physical. It's a process I've been undergoing since I got a hold of it.
Okay. And now I'm watching what's happening on this screen here. Where are you taking me? I mean, I know that we're right now it just looks kind of like blank. It looks like there's some digits, some odd words here and there, but for the majority of it, it looks like it's awaiting a prompt. So I'm just watching to see what pops up.
Question real fast. Can Galen and I hear Sawyer?
Yeah, I would say that it's like open, but you've got the KIA doing the like enclosure sweep. So anything outside of this bubble cannot be heard. So your conversation, Bill can't hear anything that's going on right now. I'm just giving you that benefit because you guys have done that little thing with your KIA.
I walk over as Sawyer is saying all this, and Sawyer, can you...
Hello?
Hi, Bob. I don't think we've met.
I think we sort of met.
Yeah. Look, can you look into something? And I'm sorry to do this right now, but I think it's important to what we're doing. I had a partner, but there's no
Okay.
records of them. I don't know.
No records in the LAPD, or?
Yeah. There's no records. I haven't looked past that point.
Sorry, I could not contain it. Oh my god.
That's what you want this breach to be?
Well, here's the problem. And I don't understand this stuff very well. But here's the problem. I don't know where a scrub like that would come from. What I can tell you is I had a partner. And then I saw them again. But they didn't recognize me. And it didn't make sense. So I don't think that was my partner. And when I asked my current partner, Galen, to look them up, their information was gone. I don't know if that's an internal, like, I don't know who took that information. I don't know who scrubbed it. Any traces, it's got to mean something.
So you got a disappearing partner who's not all the way disappeared, you're telling me?
Well, it doesn't make sense, and I don't know how to make heads or tails of it. I can tell you that I saw someone that looked like my partner, and I can tell you that the information that should be there isn't. Is that something Tyrell did? Is it something the police did? But we also know that we couldn't do anything from the office because we were being watched.
How many players do you think are playing this game right now?
There's... Going back, there's Sam. Well, the person I knew is Sam. There is a blonde lady. I'm trying to remember if I knew the name. I'm pretty sure that...
Yeah, I think he told
Skiff
all of
would've.
you. Yeah.
And there's Vanya.
Vanya, yep. That's the information I pulled all on Project Vanya, or the Vanya program.
The Vanya program. Okay.
Yep, I mean, this is what Skiff asked me to look into, so that's why I ripped it.
Bill, do you have a drive? Do you have a floppy?
You'll
drive?
have to step out of the little bubble that you're in. So you maybe say
Okay.
that right away and realize he doesn't react to you, and then you step out of the little silencer bubble, and sure. He gets up and goes into his filing cabinet and
Okay.
clean, I assume.
Please.
Yeah, so he opens it and pulls out a package and is unsealing a brand new floppy disk. Because as those of you know, even if you've got a old floppy and it's deleted, you can still recover old files. So I think this right here is just a sign that he knows what he's doing. Hands you a brand new clean floppy.
Thank you. I owe you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You guys want
Okay.
some tea?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd love some tea. Thank you.
And he goes to make some black tea with cream, no sugar, because he won't forget your order. And what about the other two? He
No.
looks at you, Bob. No?
No.
Okay.
So Sawyer,
Bill.
I don't know where this could fit in, but if you could find who scrubbed that information and anything
Alright.
on Sam.
So it sounds more like we're intruding into the LAPD systems, not Tyrell's.
Well, that's the problem, is I don't know. Because this other person, who looked like Sam but wasn't, clearly, with the way they moved, that was a replicant.
Alright. I can't tell you everything right now. It's better we have this full conversation in person. Maybe we can arrange to meet shortly. What I will tell you is that Vanya is an acronym that stands for Viable, Augmented, Nexus, Young Adult.
Oh, shit.
The project pertains to how Tyrell originally developed memory implantation and seamless transference of consciousness.
Into children?
Not into children, they were making children.
And implanting memories.
Well, that's the thing. These models were designer children for the wealthy, effectively. A child that would grow alongside the client. But Tyrell never really cracked the code in having autonomous replicants that could go through a simulated adolescence, so the hitch was that they had to swap the chassis every few years, so to speak. Which meant they had a problem when it came to maintaining an unbroken thread of consciousness.
And that's why Skiff's Vanya disappeared. That makes sense.
I mean, according to my records, there's at least one prototype model that may still be functional, so it could be our girl.
We gotta tell Skiff this.
Well, look, I'm real glad that we were able to at least broach that I know what I know. I'm currently compiling this all into a physical data drive that I plan on handing to you all. But I don't know if it's wise that I do that digitally or through our uplink.
Probably not.
I think that's best handed off in person because the level of effort I had to go through to retrieve this key involved physical intrusion as well as, well, cyber intrusion. So,
I understand.
yeah, this is some weapons grade shit I'm holding on to right now, and I would love to not be holding on to it anymore, but I have to finish my work first.
Okay.
Galen, what is the seediest, most hidden away, shitty place you know of?
I mean, there's a lot.
Well,
especially in Sector 1.
I say pick one and then let's get this stuff.
Alright. Are we still doing this right now?
I mean, I think we should. We've got access right now.
I mean, sorry, you're not talking about meeting me in person right now because I'm absolutely not doing that. There's a few things I need from y'all before I can agree to that.
I understand.
Can you do a dead drop?
A debt? Absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
It's that sensitive.
This is like holding a nuke.
Okay.
What I'm going to explain to you is that I'm going to need certain assurances from your team and potentially from the deputy chief that I will not be tried for corporate espionage when this all blows over.
I hear you. I'll do my best on working on that.
All right.
Tyrell is
you
going
deserve
down.
assurance.
Tyrell is going down.
Rome is falling. And I think with this burn drive, we're going to have everything we need to push over the last foundations. We can get a full raid of that headquarters. We can pull any file that we need, anything that's still standing. We can get to the bottom of this. The thing that I'm going to let y'all know, I'm going to warn y'all about, is that I think there's at least... We've got the Replicant Underground. We've got the LAPD. We've got us, if I can be so bold as to say us.
Yes.
We've got Tyrell. Who do you think tried to blow up the archives in the morgue? Who's the most likely suspect?
I mean, if we really want to play this, I'd say it's definitely somebody at Tyrell. I don't know if it's an entire corporation or not, but I don't think they want this getting out. Are you thinking of somebody specific?
What I'm wagering is, if we perform an intrusion into the LAPD to dig up these files, and these files were scrubbed by the mole in question, it's most likely they have some kind of counter-security set up to flag that kind of activity, right? We can maybe draw this mole out of hiding, get one of these players out of our precinct. Or we can do it quiet and look for Sam, was it? Under the radar to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you options because we can try and smoke this person out, take them alive, I hope. Or we focus on getting the information you're after.
Yeah, we'll see when we get to that point. I just want to know if there's a trail. It's got to be something. It just doesn't. There's got to be something.
I can certainly look for a trail. We can do that together if you
Can't
like.
trust headquarters. That much I know. We cannot trust headquarters. I mean, if we found a bug in my office, it can only be assumed that all of our offices or all of our spaces have been bugged.
Absolutely.
So, Sawyer, if you could you first look at any potential deleted information about a Sam Harcrow?
Sam Harcrow, okay. I will do what I can on my back end to look into this elsewhere, but for the time being, yeah, we can crack into the LAPD, see what we can do from here.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll. Are you in roll 20 as well, Flick?
I am in roll 20, yeah.
Literally, it's 9 a.m. for Flick, for those watching. And we were like, hey, are you around?
I mean, it's always 9 a.m. when Blade Runner's on, so.
Come play dystopian cops with us. Okay, so I'm gonna
roll out of bed and hack into the server.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
let's go.
Come play dystopian cops.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll tech.
Bitch, I didn't have my toast yet.
You want a tech roll? Is this with or without advantage?
This is with advantage. Because you have cool tech. From Skiff. Skiff got some fancy stuff that you're basically using to.
This
so you're
is
going
some
in
very
through Selma's.
interesting machinery.
Yeah, exactly. He got you something special.
Where'd you get this?
We got it from one of our sources.
Okay, you don't have to kiss and tell. I'm sorry.
It was recently acquired, so at this point I know just as much as you do.
You can push that 2 if you want. But you do have a 2, which is a critical success, so you don't have to. But if
my only question would be, has my resolve recovered over the 5 days since my last stressful endeavor? I don't know how that recovers.
You can have, it recovers with the downtime, but here's the thing, you've been doing this data nonstop, right? You've been working, yeah, I'm trying very hard not to reveal what you've been working on, but
I mean, he's probably been sleeping in shifts,
that's
so
what
I wouldn't
I'm thinking.
say he's like,
yeah, so
maybe like half rested.
Yeah, okay, then let's say, because it's been 5 days, so let's say you get 3 resolve back then, instead of 5, or even 2.
Oh, back to 5? Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
In that case, I will push that 2. So I'll keep that 10.
Oh, look at that. Fucking great. Okay. All right. The LAPD is yours. However, before we break in, we're going to switch scenes real quick to Skiff over at the hospital. Skiff, have you been basically just like sitting at her bedside?
Well, I'd imagine this all happens like pretty on top of each other.
Yep.
So, I walk in. I flash my badge around to get access, and I walk in to see if she's awake or if she's sleeping or if she's even out of surgery yet.
Yeah, she's awake.
Okay.
She's out of surgery, and in fact, she's probably like resting. And then you walk in, and she kind of wakes up thinking maybe you're the doctor. But hello, detective.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this is gonna cost me more than one whole pie.
Oh yes, very much.
How you feeling?
Okay. It was worth it, I think. Is everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody's fine. Except for,
Oh, yes. Well, I'm happy for that. No. Is that bad to say?
No.
Okay.
No, I would have done the same. So I don't want to be a cop right now, but I need to know.
Oh, yeah.
The people who we found dead.
Yes.
Were those the ones that were
yes.
Were torturing you?
Yes, I did not tell them anything.
Did that replicant save your life?
Yes.
Do you know why?
He seemed to want to know what information I was accessing and why Tyrell wanted me so badly. But he did not hurt me. He let me go.
So he didn't seem angry or anything.
No, he seemed sad.
Well, with what happened, it seems like whatever you did, he wanted you to keep doing it, or wanted you to live to tell about it.
Yeah, well, I feel badly. I just didn't know if I could trust him, so I didn't tell him. But it was a game of, I think, us trying to decide if we could trust each other. But I did not get the impression that he wanted to hurt me. Or that he was ever going to hurt me.
You understand the dilemma here. The dilemma, if he let you live,
Yeah, I know.
or saved your life, that means that you're doing something that he wanted done.
No, I mean, potentially. He doesn't know what I was doing, though. I think
Oh, he didn't?
No, he wanted to know why Tyrell wanted me. He didn't even know. It was like he was trying to intercept. But I will say I even said to him, I've seen you. You know, I could report you to the LAPD. That's where I work. And it was kind of I guess that's a risk I take, but I don't want to kill you.
Well, there's some news there. Bob recognized him.
So did I, a little bit, but I don't know why. He used to work with us, right?
Yeah, his name was Sam.
Sam
Bob's old
Harcrow.
partner.
Sam Harcrow, that's right. Oh, I remember. I think.
Well.
Wait. And
What?
I think I tried to get up and lean closer to you, but I'm clearly in a lot of pain.
I rush over to her and I take it easy.
He was a replicant. How could he be working for the LAPD?
That's what we're trying to find out. With the lead you gave us, we're doing some work right now. The wheels are in motion. So you don't need to worry about it anymore. We're taking care of it.
Detective.
I want you to know how sorry I am that I put you in the position to get hurt like this. I should have known.
No, I mean, that's part of the job. I knew it was I knew what I was doing was dangerous. I'm just as culpable.
I got you something.
Did you?
I'm gonna take out the little wind-up frog,
Oh.
and I put it behind my back. I wind it up, and then I take it out and I put it on the hospital table.
Oh, it is so cute. We must name him. What are we going to name him?
Put me on the spot here.
I like Harry. We'll go with Harry the frog.
Okay.
Look at that smile.
Harry
That's
it
a
is.
Harry smile, don't you think so? Harry.
I could not agree more.
Perfect.
That is a Harry smile. That is Harry the frog.
Hello, Harry. I've never.
Go ahead.
I've never. He felt unlike any other replicant I've ever interacted with before.
What do you mean?
I mean, these sixes, you know, they were sometimes aggressive and angry, or almost like throwing a tantrum. They didn't understand and they were frustrated with their lack of understanding, but This was different. It was just very strange. It must be an innate.
Yeah, we've encountered some that acted very differently to the ones we were used to. There's more out there than we thought.
Yeah, but he chose to spare me.
Did he tell you anything useful, telling anything? We need to find him.
No, he really didn't. It was, not that I can remember. I don't think.
Anything you can remember, even the slightest detail could help us. Did he have dirty fingers? Did he have a certain aroma, smell, anything?
Oh, he. No, I can't. And she closes. I close my eyes and I'm touching my forehead now. No, I can't remember. I think the drugs are making it too hazy for me.
Okay.
I will try. I
take...
will write down anything that I remember, but I just remember being scared and then suddenly it was like I was having a conversation about ethics. It was very weird. You know, just morals or trust and we were just trying to figure out if we could trust each other. And that alone is so weird to me.
A replicant philosopher?
Sort of. And the whole idea that he was trying to figure out if he could trust me or not, it's fucked me up a little bit.
Did you feel like you could trust him?
I did. And I feel guilty for lying to him. Which is super fucked up. It's a whole other thing I have to worry about.
That is not your fault.
Well, I don't want to be considered a sympathizer.
They make them very human-like. Trust me, it's easy to care and even develop feelings for a non-human.
What makes somebody human, detective?
I don't think I'm smart enough to answer that question. I just go with my gut. And then you hear a vibration or a clicking, and he reaches in his pocket, grabs his KIA, and looks at it, and there's a message from Bob there, and it says, it has an address on there, and it says urgent. And
do you have to go?
I take it and I put it away. I do. I have to go.
Okay, wait. And
what?
She lifts one very bandaged arm up and kind of like gestures for you to come close. Just a quick dessert. And she kisses your cheek very gently. I will see you later, detective. Thank you for coming to see me.
And as I walk out of the hospital room, I turn around the door and I look at her and I go, my hero.
Goodbye, detective.
I hustled to my spinner.
Okay, and now we will switch back to the other crew about to hack into the LAPD.
Got sweaty palms. Thanks for the tea, Bill.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
I think I've got control of the terminal here again.
All right. So you are in the LAPD, Sawyer. That's what your 4 is, but also you're pretty certain nobody knows that you're in here. What are you looking for?
The first thing I'm looking for is... Bob, how long ago was this person working for the LAPD?
Let's see. They were working for the LAPD a little bit after the bomb went off.
After blackout? Okay.
Yeah, they resigned.
They resigned. Okay.
Yeah.
That is perfect. Can you remember any cases, case numbers, case files they were attached to?
Yeah. There was the Blue Street murder. Let's see, that was maybe a year and a half ago. It was during... It's a little bit... Yeah, roughly there. It was closer to Thanksgiving. I remember that. Or somewhere late November. It involves two robbers that it was a mess, but they got involved with a street gang. They were sent to do a job. The job went south, and they were killed. But they were killed in a very public display for the area. There would have been news about it at the time.
Beautiful. That is very hard to scrub. Anything that they've done, there's gonna be some kind of trail. Even if it's just gaps.
Right.
Sel, you want me to take point and you can make sure that nobody's interfering with our interference?
Sure, go for it. I'll play referee.
So I'm gonna start by looking for these cases that Bob is referencing so that I can find evidence in those archives that something has been altered.
Yep. Okay. I'm going on your 4, which is a critical success. So you absolutely do find remnants of deleted Sam Harcrow. He was a part of the LAPD. He worked there for 3 to 4 years. All of his information has been scrubbed. But I think what you do find interesting is that sorry, I was typing it to you, but then you guys caught up to me,
No
so I'm
worries.
just going to go ahead and verbalize it to you. So you do find that LAPD, somebody inside the LAPD did scrub the info. That information is redacted, like who was accessing this and who scrubbed it. It is very well done. I think maybe, I don't know, I feel like you kind of have a tiny bit of ego, so you're probably, I could have done a better job, but it's pretty good. It's
Absolutely.
like, it's only because you got your 4 that you were able to get this information. To even know that it was scrubbed, to even know that the remnants of the files are here. But also I think what surprises you is, oh man, you rolled a 4. I gotta give it to you.
I think it was a 3.
I think it was a 3, actually.
Was it a
yes.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3.
Oh,
It's 3.
okay. It was
Only
a 3.
got one eye right now.
I do. I
everybody.
only have one eye. I'm
trajectory
so
of
sorry. I'm
everything
so
now.
sorry. Okay. Well, I will say
Just
that
everybody calm down. Give her a break.
right before he... Okay, so this is, I think, what's weird to you. You're accessing all of his files. You go back to the beginning when he first joined the force. All of that has been scrubbed as well. And right around the time that he just joins the force, a couple of other files are scrubbed. So you go and you access those files, and it looks like it was a meeting between Tyrell and the LAPD.
And this predates me being does this predate me in my capacity collaborating with Tyrell on behalf of the LAPD when I
When
outfitted their
did
building?
you start?
That's probably after I was booted from the Blade Runner unit.
And when was that?
What did we agree upon? I think it was like 6 months ago.
That's right. So it does predate it, doesn't it?
Well, Just to clarify, what the dates? How many months ago was this?
This would have been.
Did this occur?
This would have been at least 3 years ago. Sam Hartgrove first joined the force.
Gotcha. Do you see that, Sal?
Yep. Holy shit.
This goes back a long time.
Yeah.
What's
This
going
can't
on?
be the first or only person.
I don't understand what's happening here. What's going on? What do you see?
Tyrell had some scheduled visits with the LAPD years ago. Looks like it was a mixture of, I don't know, PR and compliance. You know, keeping the Blade Runner unit up to date and all.
Right.
It seems they may have used that as a smokescreen to access our systems. I guess the question is there an active mole in the LAPD, or have they simply left behind some gifts for us that we haven't been able to get rid of?
I have to assume all of it's connected. I don't think that it would be a something someone just leaves behind without retrieval. If they don't need it anymore.
Would you like to
So that-
access Tyrell?
Do we have the option to?
Sawyer does, yeah. Sawyer has created a backdoor into Tyrell as of our last solo episode.
Sawyer, can you look into this on the Tyrell side? Possibly look into some sort of, I don't know, ultimate genetic sequencing. Maybe they've just stolen DNA.
Stolen DNA?
Sure seems like it.
Well, the whole thing about that seamless thread of consciousness that we talked about before. Are you saying that it's possible that they created replicants based on real people and then...
Of course. I mean, there's a precedent for that in history, is taking what already exists. We know it doesn't end well.
Of course, but...
If I had to assume something, Sawyer, that's what I would assume. But
How far back could you possibly... since a blackout, I guess it'd be almost impossible.
Well, any archives before the blackout, you know, that's actually my wheelhouse you're talking about, was reconstructing the LAPD database from hard copy.
And I expect it's iffy.
I mean, I do good work, but that doesn't mean it's all there. I can only upload what I have.
On the Tyrell side of things, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think here. Galen, help me out. Likely scenarios with what we've got. Information from Tyrell, or, well, in the LAPD, scrubbed, potentially by Tyrell or absolutely by Tyrell. Either way, what sort of leads could we even have? I mean, if they took it out of there.
Well, we've got a few potential leads, the obvious one being Tyrell itself, which it appears that Sawyer has some sort of intimate knowledge with. There's... Well, Bob, I'm sorry, but there's a strong possibility that Sam is a replicant.
I understand.
We have that lead as a potential to investigate. I was going to suggest that while this is being done, you and I take a trip to Sam's apartment.
All right.
The other option is to follow the Nakayama lead.
I imagine we could
Nakayama
also
lead?
probably do that here.
Let me tell you about the Nakayama lead. I think I've got everything there is to get about this man, short of actually finding him in person.
Before you tell us that, I'm not sure if you have some information that might be pertinent. Recently, as in today. An analyst was kidnapped from the LAPD. The whole reason we're doing this is because we believe that she was kidnapped by Tyrell. When we arrived at this warehouse where she was being kept, we did so through the use of several terminals. There were some kind of security cipher or something that we had to get through before we were able to find out where this warehouse was. When we did, we found Sam there. Or someone who looked like Sam. We're not sure if the Nakayama thing is connected, but it seems strange.
Well, I think that's because we're dealing with two halves of one conspiracy, right? The people that kidnapped Nakayama, I don't think they're the ones that tried to blow up the LAPD. It doesn't make any sense. No, why would Tyrell kidnap their own lead designer? They could disappear them in much more effective ways.
Yes, that's fair.
And have they filed a missing person report yet?
No.
That is a little strange, but I wager it's because they're trying to solve that different. I don't think... Two halves of one conspiracy. Or three halves. 3/3, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we're at, right?
Yeah.
If you want some guesses, I can give those. I don't like to give them normally.
I don't really dabble in guesswork neither, so...
I think you're on the right track. I think Tyrell is trying to investigate whatever it is these replicants want. And I think these replicants are trying to investigate this Vanya for whatever reason. And you want to tell us what this is?
Yeah, I would wager they're targeting Nakayama because he was one of the lead designers on Vanya.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that something pertaining to... I can tell you that what was developed with the Vanya program was foundational in the development of the Nexus 8.
Really?
Well, implantation of memory, that's basically Tyrell's bread and butter right now, ain't it?
But they created children to do it.
Well, that was the template, that was the prototype. That was the problem they had to solve, but once they solved it, for whatever reason, they didn't keep making these augmented Nexus young adults. They shifted into whatever you would call the N8, but they couldn't do so without the proprietary technology to create a seamless transfer of consciousness, or by implanting memories, whether from presumably living people, taking their memories as a foundation for a new person or a duplicate, or fabricating memories wholesale.
I have a question for you, Sawyer. Do you have
Shoot.
access? Do you have access to the replicant templates?
The templates.
Do you have access to the genetic templates at all? What I'm thinking is if we have any sort of access to that, we might be able to run who exactly has been getting into headquarters at LAPD. It's either that they're taking these sequences from living, breathing people, or they started off as replicants in the first place. Maybe like Sam. Thinking we could run something. I don't know. It doesn't add up. If we have a way to see exactly what is being used at Tyrell, created at Tyrell, then I don't know. Maybe we'd be able to pinpoint the mole. But that's where I'd like to set a trap. See if we
get a hell of a lot more information than just one mole doing that. We're talking about, that's the lifeblood of Tyrell right there. The sequences and the templates. That's, GM, do I feel like that's like another level of extreme crazy security beyond the already extreme crazy security that we've cracked and delved into? Or is that like a thing that you can't even access remotely? That sounds like a...
I think you'd have to go into Tyrell to get those, yeah. But
I can't say
you might have some of that info in the info that you've grabbed. Probably not, because you've done an excellent job, by the way, parsing the information that I gave you. Because basically what they did was they wanted to create these child replicants, but the issue was they would have to change the model every couple of years. And keep in mind, the original idea to create these children models came back in like 50 years ago, before the first Nexus model was even created. So a lot of this is like guesswork, theory work, all the way up until when they first make their first test model. But the issues that they were having was that they couldn't carry the memories, or the consciousness rather, through the first model to the second model, to the aged up model. And so to solve that, most recently, they decided, why don't we try implanting memories and see what that does? So the reason the Nexus 8 even has memories implanted in the first place was for this project, to try to solve this continuing consciousness problem. So now that this is solved, chances are they would be able to restart working on the replicant children. As far as the templates for these memories, or templates for the models, which one would you be looking for?
Probably the models at this point.
Like
or
the faces?
You're asking Sawyer that question.
Yeah, I'd say there's two directions we can go in. One is actually trying to find any kind of data on the memories themselves, the ones that would be implanted. I don't really know how they extract and store them. That's definitely tech beyond my ken, but the actual creation of replicants, the physical templates, that's definitely something we could look into. Or at least try.
It might be more physical than anything. I mean, if we really think about it, it's all physical, isn't it? It's all just shells. So...
Well, along with this, when Galen and I went to Tyrell a few days back, we had a conversation. We saw what they were doing with physical records. I'd at that point asked for some sort of like a record of the people the replicants that they have created. And we were denied, saying that that's something that was likely lost. So even though this is a potential avenue, I will say that there's an issue with the records being wholly unobtainable, either because they have been destroyed or they are being stored physically.
Well, the archives I retrieved were from, I hesitate, a panic room in Nakayama's apartment. I took as much of his archive as I could carry, but the kind of systems that man had defending his work, the drives I got out of there with, I got everything pertaining to Vana, his most recent work, which I haven't really looked at, and his oldest archive disc, which I also haven't had time to crack into. So I have more information than I'm able to provide right now, but...
Hold on.
Bill, I think that's,
Hey, open up. It's Skiff.
Oh, it's Skiff.
It's me. Open up the door.
Okay.
All right.
Who's that? Who's closest to the door?
I got it. I'm opening it up.
Okay.
I look through, and I go to open up the door.
Got a hand on my weapon.
Hey.
Right. I'm here.
Come in.
Fill me in.